Ann Regala of Oxnard, California, is waiting for United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, to adjudicate her case so that U.S. immigration officials will issue her a green card. She has been looking forward to finally traveling outside the United States to see her family after years of separation. She has worked long and hard to accomplish all the requirements immigration officials asked of her. She noticed that many of her friends have already received their green cards, while she still waits for a decision. 6 months, then 1, then 2 years more pass by, with no response. Finally, she consults with an immigration attorney in order to find out if anything can be done.
Many individuals with pending cases with U.S. immigration authorities make an effort to ensure they fulfill all the necessary requirements in order to make the transition as smooth and efficient as possible. Yet despite all the meticulous preparations, sometimes this is still not enough to get a response. In cases of unreasonable delays, it is advisable to contact your immigration attorney. So stay tuned as attorney Nancy Miller, a partner at Reeves & Associates, will share with us what to do when immigration officials are taking longer than they should. I'm here with partner and attorney Nancy Miller, and today we're going to be talking about some very, very important issues. Good day. It's a pleasure to meet you, Nancy.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, first I'd just like to know, how long would I have to wait before a decision after I file for application with, like, let's say, U.S. citizenship or immigration services?
Well, there's no specific amount of time where the government has to make a decision, but administrative law does require that they make decisions on applications in what's called a reasonable amount of time.
Okay.
Attorney Nancy E. Miller is the Senior Associate of Reeves & Associates. She heads both the Deportation Defense and Family Reunification Departments. She became a partner of the firm in January 2008. Attorney Miller has successfully represented hundreds of clients in political asylum, withholding of deportation, cancellation of removal, and fraud waiver cases before the Immigration Court, U.S. District Court, and the United States Court of Appeals. She successfully argued the landmark case of Song versus INS, a U.S. District Court case involving the availability of 212 waivers for persons convicted of certain crimes. During the more than 20 years that Ms. Miller has been an attorney, she has defended clients in the immigration courts, obtained immigration and naturalization benefits for clients from the INS, defended clients in state and federal criminal proceedings, and pursued post-conviction relief, such as petitions for habeas corpus and writs of coram nobis for non-citizens convicted of crimes. She was named one of Southern California's super lawyers for 4 years in a row, beginning in 2006 up to 2009. Nancy E. Miller obtained her bachelor's degree from the University of California at Los Angeles in 1974. She graduated with a Juris Doctor degree from Southwestern University School of Law in 1984. She was admitted to the California State Bar in 1985. She is also admitted to practice before the U.S. District Court for the Central District, the Southern District of California, the Northern District, and the Eastern District of California, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit, the Fifth Circuit, and the Second Circuit, and the U.S. Supreme Court. She is a member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, or AILA, and the Los Angeles County Bar Association, Immigration Section. She is currently the AILA liaison to the Executive Office for Immigration Review, Immigration Court.
I'm here with partner and attorney Nancy Miller, and today we're going to be talking about some very, very important issues. Good day. It's a pleasure to meet you, Nancy.
Nice to meet you, too.
Okay, first, I'd just like to know, how long would I have to wait before a decision after I file for application with, like, let's say, U.S. citizenship or immigration services?
Well, there's no specific amount of time where the government has to make a decision, but administrative law does require that they make decisions on applications in what's called a reasonable amount of time.
Okay. What is this term called then? Is there a term for this? Like, let's say when you're, it's kind of like being in limbo, right?
Excuse me, you are kind of in limbo. The petition is pending from the time that you file it until there is a decision.
So let's say, what can I do if I'm really waiting for this decision? Is there anything you can help me with?
Yes, we can. If the application or the petition has been pending for what we consider an unreasonable amount of time, we can go into federal court and ask the judge to issue an order. The lawsuit is called a mandamus.
Okay, that's what I was looking for then.
Okay.
So tell me more about this mandamus.
A mandamus, as I said, is a lawsuit in district court, U.S. District Court. It asks the federal court judge to order the agency to make a decision on the case. That doesn't mean, though, that the judge is ordering the agency to say yes or no.
Okay, right.
They're just ordering them to make a decision and giving them a definite timeline during which they have to make that decision.
Okay. Let's say now this now has been filed. How long does it usually take for everything to get in order or to get going?
Once we have filed the mandamus, we also have to serve it on the U.S. Attorney. The U.S. Attorney has 60 days to file a response. And after the 60 days, generally we have an appearance before the judge. What type of decision or what type of hearing we have in front of the judge depends a lot on what the government has filed as a response.
I see. Are there any type of cases where that are filed in district courts, kind of like this?
We file them all the time. At any one point in time, Reeves and Associates has probably 20 to 50, if not more, mandamus cases pending in federal court on cases that we think are have been pending.
Oh, so it's
very
very common then.
It is very common, or it is very common with some firms. It isn't common with all firms.
Okay, so what would, let's say this is happening to me, how would you at Reeves and Associates help me prepare for this?
The first thing that I do is look and see how long it's been pending, because there are times when it may feel like it's been pending for a long time to an individual, and that counts, that's important, but given the normal course of expectation from the agency, it's not pending that long. If I see that it has been pending for what I think is an unreasonable amount of time, and my judgment is if I figure it's unreasonable, the judge will as well.
Oh, okay.
That's my hope anyway. We then go ahead and we prepare the lawsuit for district court and we serve it. Then we begin contact with the U.S. Attorney as well. That's important because the U.S. Attorney can either contact his agency, which is his client, and say, why don't you just go ahead and save me some time and approve or deny or do whatever it is you're going to do. Or they can file a motion to dismiss, and then we have a fight, if you will, in district court.
So it sounds like, I really want a result, but what if my case pending is a little touchy? Do I go ahead and pursue this, or do I kind of say, well, maybe I'll just wait and let it go on its own?
But the problem with letting it go on its own is that you're stuck in limbo, and you're not going anywhere.
Okay, so Nancy, when would somebody then file a mandamus?
Well, the person considering filing would have to have an application or petition pending. An application is something where they're asking for a green card. A petition may be where they are filing for a visa petition for a family member or even for an employee. Applications would also be for naturalization when someone is filing for citizenship, or they're filing something where they believe that they are a citizen through their parent or through other family member and automatically are a citizen, and they want verification